there folks, and welcome to this easiest way to learn C programming. In this video I will show you how to learn C coding in an easiest way that you can imagine. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started. So let me go ahead and open up this editor, and as you may have noticed, I did not create any files for this video. It's because we're just going to discuss the exemption handling. So the exemption handling, this is essential. It is essential to good programming practices in using error handling techniques. Even the most solid coding skills may not keep a program from crashing should you forget to include the exemption handling. So an exemption is any situation. Here it is, the definition. An exemption is any situation that causes your program to stop normal execution. And the exemption handling, also called error handling, is an approach to processing runtime errors. So C does not explicitly support exemption handling, but there are ways to manage errors. First is we write the code to prevent the error. Write the code to prevent the errors in the first place. You can control user input, but you can check to be sure that the user entered valid input. When performing division, take the extra step to ensure that division by 0 won't occur. Next is use the exit statement to gracefully end program execution. You may not be able to control if a file is available for reading, but you don't need to allow the program or the problem to crash your program. So just a quick note as well that we use the errno and pairno function, the errno, pairno, and str error function to identify errors, which I have clearly stated on this line. So we use these functions to identify errors through error codes. So again, the first rule of the error management is don't make any errors. But it is hard for making no errors, but we can prevent any possible errors from happening. And also you might be asking yourself, when and how are we going to use these functions? So the errno, pairno, and str error functions. So if you like, let me go ahead and create an example for you. Let me just provide you the steps on how we can apply this. So let me just get some codes in here. I'm going to copy this and then close it, paste the codes in here, and remove this lines. We don't need this. And then let's save this first, compile file, save as, and let's just name this exemption handling. .c. So in order for us to use those functions, we need to include a library at the top. So we need to include, aside from the standard input output, we also need to include the errno function. So errno.h function, as well as the standard library. So include std library.h, and let's create the file pointer. So here is the example on how you can use the errno, pairno, and strno function. So that's it, and before we wrap up, let's go ahead and test your knowledge. So I have here a little exercise for you on this tab. So the question is, what is an exemption? So there's an option in here, A, B, and C. So first, option A is an exemption, is a way to avoid an exemption is a way to avoid the main function declaration, or is it an exemption is a special type of structure with unions, or is it C, an exemption is in any situation that causes the program to stop normal execution? If you already know the answer, please put it in the comment section below. Thank you.